What's up guys, Walla Walla here. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. Welcome to what is my second Survival Thursday Project Zomboid live stream. As with all my previous Project Zomboid live streams, I've been doing quite a few now for the last couple of weeks. You're welcome to come and join me if you have the game and you want to do so. The IP import is at the bottom, and on request I can give the password. So let's get that loaded up. I hope I find you all well this evening. I see we've got Psychotic UK and the lurking away there. He's been there for a while. Welcome back. I was tempted to do another Crusader Kings stream today, just because, you know, despite everything that went wrong yesterday, we kind of ended up on a relatively good note. Right, that's interesting. That's always fun. And the game's crashed. Okie dokie. Let's try this again. That's actually slightly embarrassing. I think it was because earlier on my stream, my game wasn't loading, so I had to verify the cache. Let's try that again. Kicked from my own server. It's very rude. Okay, change the plan then. We'll play single player. Not sure what's going on there. It's probably because I had to verify the cache and it's changed something in my save files. That, or they've done an update and I haven't noticed, and my server hasn't been updated. So for the time being then, I think we'll just play single player. Oh, no, online. Okay, so it's a good game, Psychotic. If you're into survival games, this is a very good one. It is an alpha, which means it's still being made. Plenty of bugs, plenty of glitches. Not that I've actually found many. The updates don't come as fast as people want, but the developers make a point of sending out a newsletter every Monday, which they call the Mondoid. Gives you a brief description of what they're doing, what they're working towards. Now the actual game itself, you start off with a character, you pick the traits of your character. Different traits have different effects. Some might be like fast healer, fast learner. Some can be negative things like death. So I'll just show you this particular character here I have. High thirst, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Conspicuous, I pronounced that wrong, I'm very terrible with my pronunciations. Basically that means she's likely to be spotted by zombies faster. Prone to illness, another self-explanatory. Hemophobic, she's afraid of blood. Now she'll treat herself, but she won't treat others. Weak stomach, I'm prone to food poisoning. So I've got to be careful, I've got to make sure the food is cooked and it's not rotten, cowardly. I get panicked easy, short-sighted, not very good at seeing long distances. Lucky, another self-explanatory one. Fast healer, self-explanatory. And strong. Strong raises my maximum capacity, and it also affects my knockback when I'm swinging with melee weapons. Now you get these moodlets up here that tell you how you're feeling. Red is negative, green is positive. So as you can see, she's hungry and she's a little bored. These effects do different things. Being peckish at the moment doesn't do anything, but when she gets hungry, she loses a little bit of strength. So let's go downstairs. Now, what you do need to be careful in this game is dead is dead. When you get torn apart by zombies, game over. And it's kind of frustrating because you get the skills that you can work on. And when you get a character that's, say for example, level 7 in carpentry, and then he dies, it's a little frustrating. That's what happened to me in this particular game. I had a guy who was level 7 in carpentry, and he was building up the base. Now, as you can see, these walls here, along here, are really rubbish quality. But if I go through here, you'll see that they're now actually really good quality. You'll see just here, they're not as bad as quality as that. So basically what it means is, as you progress in your carpentry, you're obviously better at carpentry. What it also means, as well as looking nice, is it's actually stronger. Every point of carpentry you have, skill points, it adds 100 HP, if you will. So obviously when you've got a horde of zombies banging on your door, the stronger your walls, the better. If you're not able to fight, then obviously you've got to run. And if you're going to have them kept at bay while you get out of there, then it's ideal. This is my little farm area. Obviously there's no shops, well there's shops, but there's no one making food anymore, so after the shops are all completely looted, it's game over. Well, not game over as such, but there's no food, so you have to farm. You can fish, and you can scavenge in the forest. Now, I have the power and the water go out at a predetermined time. You can adjust the settings, so you can say the default setting is 0 to 3 months. You can change it up to like 3 to 6 months, so then that way you know you've got at least 3 months before it goes off. On this particular save, this world, it was set to 0 to 3 months. I had 2 days, and the power and electrics just went out. Now, I right-click on my sink, I can still get water out of it. It still has that little bit left in the actual tap. That was gunshots. There's still a little bit left in the tap, but I don't want to use that. So what I need to do, and I will show you outside, I have rain collector barrels. Now it's just a wooden box with a garbage bag inside, and as you can see, it rains, it collects it. Now that water is not clean. I have to boil it. Now I found a generator, which you could probably hear the low engine noise. That's providing power to my house, so I can actually use the oven, because every time I light my campfire outside, I always end up on fire. I don't know, I probably stand too close to it and it just catches me on fire, and I've got to put myself out, which is a little annoying, because burns and stuff, he gets in pain. When he's in pain, he's not going to want to move about too quick, so it has the disadvantages. As you can see in my fridge, I have a lot of canned and jarred stuff. which is good, but I try not to eat that. I try and eat the fresh stuff first. Now I'm gonna grab a pot of water. I mean, as you can see, I've put them in the cooker because I'm just running out of storage space. I got 10 pots of water all filled up. It's quite a lot of water. What I'm going to do is open up my crafting menu. Now I have a few mods installed for this game. One mod is known as Hydrocraft. Massive mod, massive. It adds tons of stuff, literally tons. I mean, this is just the cooking menu alone, and a lot of that is just from the mod. So when you do click on the crafting menu, the game will freeze for about a second and a half, just because it's just trying to purely open up everything. So I'm going to make a salad. No, I'm not. I've got the pot of water, so I can either make a cabbage soup or a cabbage stew. I think I'll just go for the stew, because cabbage soup sounds disgusting. Not that cabbage stew's any better, but... So I'll add the cabbage to my stew. So there's that. So we can add other things, the likes of salt and pepper, just to improve the stats a little bit. Okay, add pepper. I'll add some garlic powder. And add hot sauce. Okay, so now what we need to do is go to the cooker. Now this doesn't matter too much because it's just cabbage, but if I put something meat-based in there, then it would say the stats. So where I've got hunger -10, boredom -9, and happiness -9, that means it's reducing. So obviously it's green, it's reducing my hunger and whatnot, so that's good. If it had meat in and it was uncooked, you'd find that the boredom and unhappiness would be plus a number, and it would be red, because it'll still fill me up, it'll still reduce the hunger because I'm eating, but it'll make them unhappy, and you have the risk of food poisoning. Now that's -10 food at the moment. I mean, it's not very appetizing. It's got a cabbage in, but when we cook it up, it should go up a little bit higher. Just keep an eye on it. Because we are on single player, I can speed up time a little bit, but we've got to make sure we don't burn our dinner. And I must look into the server and find out why it's not working. I just kind of took it for granted that it would work since last week. Yes, that's cooked, so we'll turn off the oven. So now you see it hasn't gone up massively, but it's now -13 because it's cooked. It's a bit more pleasant. What I will do is grab 2 bowls. You can have either 2 or 4 bowls and pour the stew into it. Obviously if you pour it into 4 bowls you get 4 bowls, but what it does, it splits that number up, that -13, it gets split up. Because obviously you're decanting it into something less. So it's now -8, but I have 2. Obviously the 8 times 2 is 16, it's higher than the 13. So that's kind of cool. I don't know whether that's intended or is a bug, but it's the same if you had the 4. It would have, if you added up the 4 bowls, it would have been more than 13. Not massively more, but more. But anyways, we've got that. So we'll eat one and we'll put the other one in the fridge. No, that didn't do a thing. We're actually kind of hungry, so we're going to have to eat both. But it's all good. I got like another 20 cabbages. Okay, she's very hungry. And she's tired. I think I'll just get her to eat a raw cabbage then. There we go. So now we're slightly fed. It increases our strength and speeds up our healing a bit. So if you're ever ill, you want to be keeping your strength up by eating. Obviously you don't want to go crazy. Now that pot of water we've used, we're going to want to fill up, so that's the cooking pot. So we'll take some water out of our rain collector barrel there. We need to put it in our oven. Now we will take one out of here and pour it into our thermos flask, which is there. So what I need to do now is go fill up that other pot of water. As you can see, that one there is tainted because I've got it. It's got the rainwater in that's not so nice. It needs to be boiled. So we'll top up that pot of water we just put into our thermos flask. We'll put both of those now, which are both tainted, in the oven and turn on the oven. Now the reason why I've got a thermos flask of water on you, when you've got a bottle of water, either thermos or an actual bottle, you drink it automatically. So you'll notice my character, as long as I keep that full, my character will never get thirsty. Because she's always drinking. Now I'll just double check that that tainted has been removed. Isn't quite yet on that one. There we are, so now that should be gone on all of them. Turn off the oven. As you can probably imagine, turning on the oven and leaving it unattended has, let's just say, side effects. Some people have sent their character to sleep and woke up, come downstairs and found that they've got no kitchen left and there's a hole in the side of the wall where they've burned down half their house and didn't quite wake up. My character is tired. Awareness is reduced, which means that things can obviously sneak up on me. Now I won't notice them. I will send my character to sleep and I'll take her out. We'll go somewhere just so you can see what it's like. But as I say, dead is dead in this, so you've got to look after her. If she dies, it's not the end of the world. I can make another character and join this world again, so my base and all my loot will be here, but my skills will be gone. That's the downside. My previous character, he had, I think it was like level 8 carpentry, which is good because you can make a lot of stuff. Level 10 is the highest. Now, it's been a while since I've played this single player, so I actually can't remember what train of thought I was thinking, what I need to go find. She's getting bored. I'm going to just read a book, just to reduce her boredom. Book with, a lot of these are skill books that teach you recipes. Well, adult magazine. That was added in the mod. That's not a vanilla thing. But it's got very nice stats, as you can see. Minus 100 boredom, stress and unhappiness reduction. I wonder why. But anyway, let's find a book we can read to... that one looks alright. There we are. It's recovered of that boredom thing. Boredom, I don't think, does anything. Eventually they get a bit depressed and stuff, but it's not really an issue. Now, as you can see, I have killed a few zombies recently. As you can also see, there's weeds and stuff in the ground, the road's cracked. What happens is you choose at what point in the apocalypse you can start. Now, I started straight away. So obviously the apocalypse has happened, everybody's dead. There currently isn't NPCs in this game. They will be adding them. But at the moment, you're the only one in the game. Unless you play a multiplayer and you invite people to join you. So anyway, the world, because no one is tending to it, it erodes. So you get weeds, bushes and things popping up everywhere. The grass gets long, the road's cracking. So all that happens. Now, I'm on my third monitor. I'm just looking up on the map because you've got no in-game map. So you either have to have a very good memory, or you make use of a map online. So I'm just having a look to see where I know I haven't been. I've played this particular save a few times, so I think there's probably nowhere I haven't been yet. Well, we could always try the church. But I can't think of any specific loot I need. Actually, let's go to the gun store. I don't know if I've been there yet. Well, I don't know, Psychotic. I mean, some people might be that way inclined. It's the end of the world. I'm going out with a bit of a bang. Not sure. Character's hungry again. We'll grab something away, I think. But yeah, I mean, bodies, you can set them if you want them to disappear, especially on a multiplayer server. You don't want bodies everywhere. On single player, it's not really an issue. You don't want to run everywhere. Noise equals zombies. Plus, you get tired if you just do a marathon. And of course, if you're tired, out of breath, and you walk into a horde of zombies and you've got to fight, you're not going to fight very well if you're tired. There is a sneak function, which is also the button which gets you ready for attack. Now, you'll see that there's black fog of war, and at the same time, looking in front of me has a different colour to behind me. You'll notice behind me it's darker. There's a reason for this. Just because I can zoom out and see everything, my character has a field of view. She can only see what's in her peripheral vision. Hello there, Danger Guy Dude. Yes, I am running Hydrocraft. I also, when my server's working and I haven't broke it, I also have Hydrocraft on that. It's a very good mod, I must admit. Just heading to the gun store at the moment. As I say, so we've got some zombies down there, so you always need to watch your back, make sure nothing sneaks up on you. I think I've got this, I don't think actually no, I've got the default settings, because it's kind of easy at the moment. I did make the mistake of playing the game for a while on like everything made really easy, and then when I came to playing on normal settings, I just couldn't cope. The game was just ridiculously hard for me, by having it on default, but that's because I was used to the zombies being stupid. There's a few. It's always worth, he's still alive. It's always worth checking to see what they've got, especially if you've got the lucky trait. You might find something worthwhile. Now this game does have, as I've said, I'm going to the gun store. There are guns in this. Ah, that's bad luck. I just broke my katana. I didn't check how repaired it was before I left. See if while she's following me, if I turn around, she disappears because I'm not looking at her. She disappears slowly because I know she's there and I can probably hear her for a bit. Now, it's not the end of the world. I can stamp on her head, but now weaponless, and there's quite a few zombies there. So I think we'll sneak away. As you can see, look, these buildings are all cracked and whatnot, just through the erosion. Here's something banging, so I ain't going on that door. Windows smashing. I've been in here. I see IBCs. These water, those containers carry water. They're actually very good. nothing useful. I've probably already searched this place, so I'm not going to use a screwdriver for a weapon. There's a hedge trimmer I could probably use. So let's equip that. I don't know how good it is. Let's have a look. Actually, pretty decent damage. Why does it look like an axe? Kind of funny. So, I've been here. Must have been here. See if there's anything that's worthwhile that I don't already have. Like hammers and stuff. They're useful, but I probably have about 20 back at my house. So there's no point in me grabbing them. On the floor I've put pallets of lumber. Again, very useful. You can never have enough wood. Rope. Saw some rope. And some thick rope, that's good. Actually, I did see a hand dolly there, we'll grab that. It's a container that you carry in your hands, and it reduces the weight of things so you can carry more stuff. So I'm going to try and take some of these with me, I think. I mean, I got plenty back at home, but you can never have too much water. I mean, if I end up with a cold or fever or something and I can't leave my house for about a week, I want to make sure I've got enough provisions to make sure I can survive that long. Oh, there was a pallet of lumber under there as well, and an IBC somewhere. Or was it in the container? Ah, there it is. I wonder if the I can't remember whether I've got loot set to respawn. By default, I don't think it does. But I mean, some of this stuff looks like I've not looted it at all. There we are. Extremely heavy load. Your person can only carry 50 maximum. Now, that's the hard max. Her limit is 17. So anything over 17, she starts walking really slow, and then eventually you can't run. Now, in actual fact, I've probably got a lot more, but because I've got this hand dolly in my hands, okay, you can't see it, but it's there. It's reducing the weight, but she's obviously still pushing it. Hoping there's nothing around this corner here, because we're followed. Go that way, there's a zombie around there. Just there. A couple of them. Downside is it takes a while to get back because I can't run. I mean, I'm holding down shift key, which is the move quicker button, but to no effect. Also kind of hungry. Now I do want to check the farm when I get home. Now I know the crops are ready, but I'm trying to get them to go to seed, because once they're fully grown and harvestable, you don't get any seed from them. You have to wait a few extra days when they produce seed, and you still get the produce as well as the seed. So obviously if you want to keep want to make sure you can be self-sufficient indefinitely, then you've got to make sure you keep getting the seeds. Although I'm not sure if you can live forever. Now I heard a rumour, I'm not sure how true it is, but I heard a rumour a while ago that there's a code in the game that makes it so when you get to a certain point in the game, it just generates the biggest horde of zombies ever, and it just comes after you. Sort of no hiding. They know exactly where you are, and they just come for you. Because the game, the title screen you get when you're starting up, it's basically along the lines of, this is the story of how you died. It's not a game to survive. It's how you die. You're only prolonging the inevitable. Hence the whole dead is dead. Which makes it more intense, I think, especially, you know, when you get a good character that you like and, you know, you're happy with their stats, and all of a sudden you just get bitten. Kind of frustrating as well. You really kick yourself, because my last character on this single player, I got a bit careless searching a house and just opened up this one door and ran right in. Bitten straight away, twice. I only had enough time to get him home to unload my loot, and that was it. He was dead. I locked him in the bathroom in my safe house, so then when I created this person I had to go and smash his head in. Because he was bitten, he obviously was going to be coming back as a zombie. He didn't die of because, you know, another player put a bullet in my head, or didn't die of fever. Can you hear the generator? Time being, I'm just going to put these IBCs house, kitchen, just so I can see them, just so I know that they're there, that I need to pay attention to them, fill them up with water or whatnot, and sort them out eventually. I mean, I've got a row of them outside the house, as you can see, just there, and they're all full, so, you know, I'm not going to be shy on water. So as you can see now, my weight is just dropped to 14. I'll put this hand dolly here, again I can see it. The rope is kind of heavy. The weapon actually. And you have another mod on, I'm not... it's called pump power. It's kind of cheating in a sense, it's depending on your sort of beliefs. But basically, when the power goes out, you can no longer get gas from the gas pumps at the petrol stations. But this particular mod allows you to hook a generator up to the petrol station to get petrol. So it kind of makes it overpowered, as it gives you unlimited petrol, which means you can basically run your generators indefinitely. But what it does mean is the generator gets damaged the more you run it, and it needs attention, it needs maintenance, it needs repairing, and it needs repairing with electronic scrap. Now to get this, you find electronic things, and you dismantle them with a screwdriver. Now, as you just probably saw, I had some electronic earbuds that you plug into your MP3 player and whatnot. Dismantled that, got one scrap. I very rarely come across that sort of stuff, unfortunately. Oh, can I no, I can't. I can't repair the broken katana. It's broken. Now I'm trying to find, and I'm probably looking in the wrong place because it's been a while since I've played this save and I can't remember where I put everything. I'm trying to find my rope. I'm the person that has to have everything in a certain place. I make sure that all my containers are organised accordingly. Unfortunately that box is full. Typical. I need to make more. Need to make more boxes. Now, is her carpentry high enough? Level 2, I might be able to. Okay, she's getting hungry, so we'll probably have to pay some attention to that. Takes a while to transfer some of the heavy stuff. There is a stat that you can get that makes a transfer, well, your character when you make them, so you can either transfer things quicker or slowly. Oh dear, Psychotic, if you're terrible, if you were to play the game with me, I would probably end up taking all the time to organise everything. Quite often played games like either this or another zombie game, 7 Days to Die, and that, and I'll join a friend's server and I'll just sit there and organise all their chests and things. It's a bit of a bad habit. I thought these crops were ready, obviously not. The ones that were ready are the cabbages. Did I harvest all the cabbages? They're potatoes, and they're tomatoes. Yeah, I did. I got rid of all the cabbages. Not to worry. So I just have to wait for my potatoes, tomatoes to be ready. Tomatoes, if I remember correctly, are the ones that grow the fastest. Tomatoes are the one. Tomatoes grow the fastest. Potatoes are the ones that take longer before they go rotten, which is ideal if the power is off and you don't have a generator. 7 Days is, I find is a good game. It's interesting, it's different, I like it. The only trouble is when you're built up, you've got an impregnable fortress, you've got all the supplies you can need, there's no incentive to go out. And I find because obviously they recently put in the whole 7-day thing. Every 7 days a horde will come and get you. The hordes are kind of weak, and you know, you get your sniper rifle or whatever, you pick them off from a distance. Some of the crawler ones might get to you and whatnot, but other than that it's just easy, especially when you've got friends. You got friends with you and that, it's just a bit easy. The other thing was that bugged me was an update where they made it so every time you die your maximum HP dies. It drops, sorry. That was kind of annoying because you start to get it good and then you might all of a sudden just have a bit of a really dopey moment and just die a lot. But there was a couple of friends I played with, and basically my friend Laura, she would do all the building, and my other friend Daniel would go out and do all the farming and dig in the mines and stuff. I'd help build and do the farming. Just give that naked zombie a broken katana. Don't like keeping all the broken stuff in my base. I put it on the bodies. Can't remember if I got bodies set to disappear on this or not, but I have a cremation mod. Under that black stuff is my campfire, so I can put my zombie bodies on the campfire to burn them. Another mod. It does add burning time. It adds an hour. Which isn't a lot, but first aid supplies are in here. Another thing Hydrocraft added to this game was MREs, the rations that the army guys eat. When you've got, I think it's 12, you can put them in a box, and then the box weighs less than carrying the 12 individual ones. And then I think, again, when you get like, well, I know for this example, or is it 24, and then the 24 go in a box. But anyway, you get a certain amount, they go in the box, and then when you get so many boxes, you can either pack them into a small, medium, or large pallet. Large, obviously, needing more boxes. And the large pallet weighs a lot less than trying to hold all those individual MREs. And the individual MREs give like minus 50 hunger, so they really fill you up, so they're good. I mean, I've got those 2 pallets upstairs and they're there for emergencies basically. Grab some peanut butter, not for eating. Can't be bothered to cook anything because it doesn't really fill her up, because I've only got cabbages, so I'll just eat a couple of cabbages like that just to get rid of the hunger stat. And I believe my front door there it is. Mousetrap. At peanut butter I will catch either a rat or a mouse. It's the apocalypse, you know, you make do. Don't think I created a door around here, did I? I mean, as you can see, I've got all my all windows on my first floor, ground floor, sorry, are all boarded up. I could board up this door. I may just do that. And then I got sheet ropes, which, as the name suggests, just a load of ropes tied together. Nailed in at the top here, so it obviously stays in. And I got them on a couple of my windows. I got one, obviously the one I just went up. I got one here. This is got all my first aid supplies. And then I got one here, and that's got my emergency food stash and some first aid kits, which have basic first aid supplies inside. So if things go sideways really fast, and that can actually happen in this game, I got a couple of exit strategies. Just a case of climbing down the sheet rope and just legging it. I mean, I got a few weapons here as well, some container bags to carry. I got a tent. Good thing about the multiplayer mode, you don't need to sleep. In this, it does give you a warning saying if you don't sleep soon, you're going to pass out. There is actually no function for passing out at the moment. It's just like when you got too much weight, it says you're going to get a back injury. Again, there is no back injury mechanic in the game at the current time. So let's put that peanut butter back. Should equip my weapon, actually. Do equip that on the back. We don't. Secondary, we'll hold that in my hand. So yeah, you wear a bag on your back, and you can carry a bag in your hand, and obviously use your free hand for your weapon. So they're well watered, but it's been 49 hours since it's been watered. It's all doing fine. It'll probably rain again before then. I mean, at the moment it's the 3rd of the 11th, 3rd of November. I'm going to check up on that rat trap. No, nothing yet. Never mind. Need to fill up my thermos flask, and then I think I'll try and make way for the gun shop again. Just eat a couple of cabbages just to get that icon. I'll have to at the weekend look into why the server isn't running and figure out what is wrong. It's probably just the game's had an update and the game version doesn't quite sync with my client version. I always make a habit of checking garages. To be honest, I've been in this game world for a while, so I have already searched these. I mean, I run up and down this particular road all the time because I know that when I leave my house, I get onto this particular road and just run in this direction, and I'll hit town. I mean, there's the gas station, as they called it in America. I got a generator there. That's actually a good point. I didn't check the generator stats for my one at home, so I've got to make sure the condition doesn't break down. So I better go do that now, because I don't want it to break. Because it loses like 1% every game hour or something. I'm not sure what it is, the stats are. And obviously the fuel goes down, and when the fuel goes down it runs out and turns off. And I'm powering the fridge. I mean, I don't need it. It's just that I want to try and keep my consumables fresh. But if you farm what some people would call properly, you'd plant one day, and then the day after you'd plant another one, and so on and so on. You'll keep planting them day after day, and eventually you'll have enough. So each day you'll be harvesting one set of plants. It's not my house. So basically you'll have a constant supply of food. Especially if you plant different crops, and then you'll have a few days supplies of various different foods, so you can make better meals. Because if you have just cabbage soup like I did, or cabbage stew rather, it's a pretty boring meal. But if you have 3 ingredients in it and make a salad, for example, 3 different ingredients in the salad, it tastes a lot better. Now I've got 11% fuel, so we'll need to pick up a gas can that's partly used and add fuel. There was one that's practically empty. And then I'll take these empty ones and go fill up. Oh dear, these bots love a bit of spamming today, don't they? Good job, Moobot, for deleting them. Fuel. So yeah, fuel is 100%, conditions at 79, so I'll, it's not important to, but I'll repair it now. Electronic scrap, isn't it? I think I have everything. No, it isn't. Where did I put it? So much stuff. There it is. So I'll grab 2. Indeed they are psychotic, indeed they are. It's kind of annoying. It's like on Twitter, I set up a Twitter account, as you know, because you follow me, which, thank you very much for that, by the way. Because my Twitch is linked to my Twitter, every time I go live, Twitch posts to my Twitter. And because it puts the link into my Twitch, all the spam bots on Twitter recognize that, and they're like, oh yeah, do this, and But actually, no, what they've been doing so far is favoriting them. So you see that you got the favorite, and you go see who they are, and it's just a spam bot advertising this, that, and the other. And I think I did have someone tweet on my page saying, "Oh yeah, get more viewers." Like, well, yeah, more viewers would be kind of cool, but I'll get it my own way. I'm actually kind of surprised. Normally, I have a few guys that like the Project Zomboid streams, and I normally have a few about, but there seems to be a quiet day today. Never mind. Now my character is exerted, which is different from the regular tired. It just means I've been running a lot. So there is a rest function. Top up my drink as well. So that just catches her breath back. Now in the vanilla game, obviously you've got these stats to skill up on. When the bar gets full, you get this icon here, and then you can click on it, providing you've got skill points. And then it makes it turn yellow, and that's when you've actually got. So I'm carpentry level 2. You get skill you get skill books, like this one here, trapping for beginners. When you read it, these arrows appear, and it gives you a multiplier. So obviously then when you go and do something relating to that skill, it goes up faster. The beginner book will cover me for levels 1 and 2, and then I got to find like the advanced, intermediate, expert, and master books. Oh dear, it's raining. The hydrocraft mod. There you go, look, a lot of rotten food because the power's out. The hydrocraft mod adds a lot more books, but it mainly adds recipe books. So books that you read, and it teaches you how to make certain things. You can't make absolutely everything on their list straight away. So as you read things, it unlocks stuff. Trick is though is knowing with loot and stuff what's important and what's not. Because a lot of stuff, it's like, oh, that looks useless, and then you find out actually it wasn't. Or you might, think things are useful, and it turns out it's just complete junk. Yeah, as the power's out, but because I have this mod, turn that on, and then I can fill up my gas cans. Kinda haven't decided if I like the idea of this or not, because obviously it's not intended in the vanilla game, because obviously the power's out. While the power's on in the vanilla game, by all means, you find all the empty gas cans you can and fill them all up. But obviously the intention is you're to run out eventually. I haven't got the when I am hosting it, the server. I don't have this mod on the server. So when we do run out of gas on the server, that's that. Just close that. A bit obstructive at times. Drop these off. I don't think I will try and go to the gun store, because I don't use guns, so it's kind of pointless heading that way. So I think I'll find another place to go to and have a look around. Just killing time, really. I mean, the plan was to be on the multiplayer server tonight and, you know, have some people join and build up a base and that, but for whatever reason the server's not working. I mean, I could always look into it tomorrow, but tomorrow is reserved for Crusader Kings. Which I am looking forward to. We have to continue the conquest of Ireland. Okay, our character's getting wet, so we've got to make sure we get inside now. Just drop these gas cans on the floor. Grab a towel from the... oh no, she's dry. So I'll grab a towel from the... oh, the bird's starting again, I do apologise. One thing I haven't done is played around with the mine, which is a Hydrocraft edition. You can end up getting blacksmithing and stuff in this, which is kind of cool, making swords and stuff. I think I just need a spade. Let's go have a look. Yeah, build up the mine. I guess it's under the crafting menu. Yeah, he's a pain. He's absolute pain. It's because I got 3 monitors on, and one of them he doesn't like. I mean, as you can see, I'm sat in the dark. He yells at me if my light's on, and then he yells if, you know, one of my monitors are on, and I'm too soft. I cave in. Okay, so I think this is a recent addition in the mod, because I don't remember seeing the upgrade mine part, but pulleys. I've never got pulleys before. It seems that they're actually useful now. Okay, so it is, it's the actions on the spade for digging in the mine. Just see what I can get. I'm not quite sure how successful this is going to be. I'll probably just get a load of stone, which probably has its uses. Don't think you, because I keep finding things like clay and stone on pallets, and I don't think you can build walls with them. Kind of cool if you could build a nice stone wall. The zombies won't be getting in that. There we go, 1 stone. Well, while, because obviously that action's taking a while. I'm pretty sure I'm quite safe stood here. Make throwing rocks. Wanna do that? We could make gravel. Oh, we don't have a mining grinder with power. Okay, we can make a non-electronic devices to make the gravel still. Oh. Ore and pestle. Ah. So there is actually quite a few things that we do actually need stones for. Yeah, they've definitely added a lot to this mod recently. So a pallet of stones needs 100 stones. That's a lot of stones. Kind of hoping to get metals. So we can do a bit of blacksmithing. I mean, if we can make our own axes and stuff, that would be fantastic. Because axes are a very rare, well, not rare. You can find quite a few, but you need axes to chop down trees, obviously. So obviously, as long as you've got axes, you've got wood, and as long as you've got wood, you've got a base. Yeah, but yeah, it'd be nice to try and get some of this stuff made up. I haven't really played around with Hydrocraft mod. Did I see nails? Can we make our own nails? Yeah, we can. Charcoal, though, that would be the only unless we can make charcoal through burning wood and stuff. See this whole like leisure section, I mean, buy? Why do we have buy? Soda machine? Okay, interesting. It's definitely had a lot more recently. That wasn't all there. But yeah, like playing with bowling balls and stuff, it's like, what effect does that have? Unless he's coded it to reduce boredom, which would be kind of interesting. Sandstone. Zombie bones. We can do something with zombie bones, I can't remember what. Did I click on that? Sometimes I don't want to click on it too many times because it always makes the game freeze a little bit. Where was it? There was something to do with bones. Oh, harvest bones. Yeah. Off of zombies and stuff. And animals. Can't remember why though. I think it was something to do with alchemy. Yeah, they've even got alchemy in this. Kind of cool. Yeah, you can make meth. It's the apocalypse. I would have thought meth would be the last thing on your minds, but there you go. I'm actually not sure whether to swap games or not, because it's a bit quiet this evening on the viewer front, and I was hoping to play it on multiplayer. What do you reckon? Psychotic. We cheekily swapped to something like Crusader, or should we stick with this? Stones don't weigh a lot, and it takes ages to get them. We'll put them on the floor for now, along with the bones. Oh, I got some grey clay there as well, I didn't see that. Maybe there's a hidden mining skill and it makes mining go a bit quicker. Unless you need a different tool, because before you only used the spade, so maybe now he's done it so you can use a pickaxe and it's faster. I don't imagine mining with a spade would be very fast. Did I turn the Jenny on? I didn't. Uh-oh. I wonder why it was dark in the house. Yeah, cats, hello, long time no see. How are you? I was wondering where all my usual Project Zomboid viewers were. Was trying to play on the server tonight, but something's happened and it's not working. I don't know what's happened. I don't know whether PZ's had an update and the version. Don't know what the bird's doing. Crazy animal. I don't know whether version updates on the game has happened and I haven't updated the server or something, because that usually happens with games when there's no, when it kicks you and stuff. Then I've done something wrong. If it hasn't had an update. I know earlier I did have an issue with the game not launching, so I verified the cache. So maybe that did something with it. Not sure why the game wouldn't load. It would just start to load and then it would just completely crash. It's annoying. But I am, I'll look into it probably tomorrow morning, because I've got a day off work tomorrow. I'll either do it tomorrow morning or get it for the weekend. But what I'm thinking of doing now, cats, is every Thursday I'll do a Project Zomboid stream. Typically. On the server when it gets working. Now it could actually be to do with the mods, because Hydrocraft had an update. Maybe it's something to do with that. So I probably just need to do a hard reset on the server, to be honest. I mean, at first I thought it was because I unsubscribed from the beta version. But I don't think that would have been an issue, because IWBUMS is the same as the normal version at the moment. It's the same build. But I resubscribed to the beta and it's still not working. Payday 2? No, I don't think so. I will double check. Let's just bring up Steam. E. No, I do not. I have a lot of games beginning with P, but not Payday. I've seen that in the, well, I say the news, in the gamer news recently, to do with microtransactions and stuff, which has upset a few people, I've read. Why have I got pepper and salt in the oven? Cook pepper and salt. Kinda want to go there. Well, I mean, I don't know what microtransactions they've added and things, but I'm in two minds with them, because sometimes I think microtransactions should stay in mobile games. I mean, I play a lot of Sims 3, and they have a store where you can buy extra items and stuff, and I've dabbled, I'll admit. It's kind of annoying, but it's just EA. You accept it, EA's EA. Now recently they've brought out, Konami have brought out Metal Gear Solid 5, and they've got microtransactions in that, which don't affect the single player game at all. It's more for the multiplayer side of things. But again, it's like it's got no real business in the game. See, I don't mind skins and cosmetics and stuff, because, if people want to buy those sort of things, that's fine. But if it gives you an edge over another player, well, I mean, as I say, I'm kind of in two minds about it. I mean, if implemented properly, I guess it is alright, but I mean, each to their own, really. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do. Check up on the farm. Well, if you can get this stuff in the game without spending money, and then it's there to get it with money if you want, I've got no issue with that. Just as long as it's not impossibly hard to get it, like 0.01% drop rate. And so that's fine, because it's not giving anyone a tactical edge other than the fact that they get it quicker. But when it's like something, for example, say it's an FPS game, and if you spend, for example, say £5 on this particular gun, you can run around one-shotting everyone with a 20-foot radius explosion weapon. Okay, that's kind of extreme, I know, but it gives them an edge over people that either can't or aren't willing to spend the money. Okay, so I'm guessing you can sell the stuff. Well, yeah, you can in like Team Fortress and stuff, can't you? So yeah, I have heard of people before just making money off like Counter-Strike items, just buying cheap, selling expensive and stuff. I mean, fair play to them. I've got, you know, I'm not going to hold anything against them. You know, if that's what people want to do, then fair enough. It's just when it starts influencing gameplay is just when it kind of bugs me a bit. But that's just me personally. Now I've got no idea. I'm going to have to turn this monitor on. It's going to annoy the bird, but I want to try and decide what to do, unless I swap games. I was thinking about swapping to a different game, Cats, just before you showed up. It's kind of on single player, it's kind of build up, I got plenty of supplies. Okay, I know my other character died. Do you know, I've not actually played Counter-Strike. Well, it's a lie. I played it for like one match, and I had no idea what I was doing, and I was just running around aimlessly, and I kept getting shot, and I thought, well, I'm doing terrible. I don't want the guys getting angry at me. So I kind of just hit the uninstall button. I know if I put a bit of practice into it, I could have quite possibly been a bit average at it. I'm not very good at FPS games in a way. I tend to always have a one kill, one death kind of thing going on. Okay, I mean, I've not played Payday 2. I kind of thought it was a bit of a PvP-ish game. But I mean, if all you're doing is getting a bit better loot, then it's fine. I mean, as I said, I've got, you know, no qualms with microtransactions, as long as it's done right. I mean, I used to play a free MMO. Now, because it was free, if there was bugs, they wouldn't get fixed particularly fast. And because it was free, there were microtransaction elements to it. Now, what that meant was most of it was cosmetic, so costumes. Some of it was mounts, which you used to get around the maps faster. Those expired after a while, so if you liked a particular mount, you had to keep coming back. The other thing you bought was, in the game when you were fighting and stuff, monsters would drop a red chest. Now you can buy keys to open it with the in-game gold, but if you bought the keys off of the market with real money, you actually it increased your percent rate on getting better loot. But you could still get that loot without the special keys, but it was harder to get it. So there was no real requirement to spend money. I confess, I did buy a couple of the special keys, and I did get a couple items, but those chests, you only got items for characters level 30 and below, and maximum was like 50. So, end game, it's got no impact. You cannot spend money to give yourself an end game advantage. But up to while you're leveling, yeah, it did give you a bit of an advantage, but all that advantage is you kill stuff faster, so you level faster. But in my opinion, that was microtransactions done right. Team Fortress, I've played quite a lot of. I've got no issues with the microtransaction side of things in there at all. Because again, I think most of it, not all, but most of it's cosmetics, but then you do get other stuff that's kind of cool, especially weapons and stuff. You see the really cool weapon, it's like, oh, you know, that's really cool, I want that. And then you look up how much it is on the market, and it's like, oh, maybe not. But again, I don't think that's a bad thing. Team Fortress is kind of fun. I don't think there's actually a serious element to Team Fortress, actually, to be honest. Its potatoes are ready. Oh, I've left the oven on. Haha, oops. Now it seems for Hydrocraft they've fixed the weight on these IBC towers, because before you could not walk around and carry while having anything in your inventory a double IBC tower. So I'm actually happy about that. So I might work on joining them all up together. Well, it's funny you should say that. We've at work we have one outside our workshop that's disused. The company that owned it didn't come back to collect it, and it was used to be filled with paint that we used for marking out the lines for like the sports pitches and stuff. And yeah, it's massive. It's smack TV. Big white container that's got a metal frame in, and it's heavy when empty, let alone filled with about 1,000 litres of paint, which is what our ones hold. So yeah, if realistically speaking, yeah, it's not a fair fix, you're right. But for the game, when you have something that you've built and then you can't even use it, it's kind of annoying. That's what I was getting at. That's why I left all these as single ones, because you could just barely fill up the single ones and move them about. But now I can move this about. But I mean, 12 weight for a full double IBC tower. It's I probably would have made it a bit more. Maybe he's still trying to figure it out. Yeah, you could, on the dollies, you could put it in there, but then when it's on the dollies, I mean, this one would fit on that dolly fine, and you could still walk around. Downside is, when it is on the hand dollies, you can't do anything with it. You can't interact with it, get water in or out, and kind of defeated the object of the whole thing, really. Should really make a stew or something out of the cabbages rather than just eating them straight away. But I was looking into IBCs for a reason. I'm guessing my carpentry's not high enough. 3. And what's her skill at? Nowhere near. So we'll probably have to do some carpentry stuff. Let's pour in another drink. Yeah, I imagine you would have had to do, especially if they were full. I mean, as I say, our ones at work, we fill them up with about 1,000. Well, I mean, we don't fill them up with 1,000 litres, but they come in with about 1,000 litres of paint. And one day, came off its support and was sliding forward because it goes on a frame on the ground, and the frame's got it tilting slightly forward, so obviously that makes sure all the excess leans towards the front where the tap is. Anyway, it kind of slipped off the frame, and it was heading towards the boss, and it was going to squash him flat. It took 2 of us to try and reposition it. It's not an interesting moment, that's for certain. But yeah, 1.5 tons, that is a lot of weight. Let's fill these up. Check on my potatoes. I don't think it's been enough for the potatoes to go to seed. I think they've only just literally been turned to harvestable. A pot of water wants to go in the oven, which then needs to be turned on. Tomatoes aren't quite done yet. In bloom potatoes, in bloom. Guess that means they've gone to seed. No, it means they haven't gone to seed. But that song noise, she's now skilled up. Level 3 farming, look at that. In bloom, so next growing phase, don't know. Current phase, fully grown. Maybe that'll change to seed, or... So we'll leave the other potatoes, and hopefully we'll get enough. What it does mean is I can now make a cabbage and potato stew. Grab the salt and the pepper. Grab a few of them. And I'll make a few at once. Just make a load of them. Not sure if there is a difference between soup and stew. What did I just do? Cabbage. So let's put cabbage in all of these. To add potato. And then we'll add salt and pepper to the lot of them. Vegetable stew. So we'll add salt first. I personally never put salt on any of my meals. But it's just a game, so we'll add an exception. She's hungry. Well, that's what we're doing now, love. We're making you some nom-noms. So they should all have cabbage, potatoes, and salt and pepper in. So the next step, whack them in the oven. Oh, what? Oh, no. They've all got stuff in now. They weigh more than the normal pots and pans. So we need 20. All containers can only have about 50, unless you've got a stat that makes them have less. So we'll keep it. They should all cook actually. Ooh, get out of the way. They should all cook at the same pace. No, they won't, because obviously they haven't got put in first. There we go. We have 5 vegetable stews. See, minus 26 hunger. Better than the minus 13 we had earlier when it was just cabbage. So now, all this isn't going to fit in the fridge. I do want some bowls. Do I have some in the... I have some there. So let's just grab all of the bowls. I do need to organise my kitchen and take the non-perishable stuff out of the fridge. Make 4-bowl stew. Do I really have to put these away first? Oh, that's because it's got water in. Let's pour it into the instead of pour it on the ground, we'll pour it into our empty container. So we'll now pour. Go. So that's not going to fit in there, so I'm going to have to start taking out some canned stuff. Grab some wooden nails and we'll make another. I mean, there's no need to have canned food in the fridge. I just put everything in the fridge initially when I don't have a lot of stuff, just so I know where everything is. I noticed earlier, Cats, on the workshop that someone's added a Alice Pack mod. Kind of wondering whether you'd get a bit of backlash for that, because obviously it's already in Hydrocraft, but it's kind of handy if you don't want Hydrocraft but you want the bag. I will actually put all my canned food in my Alice Pack actually. So it's out of the way. Same with all these can all, well, gummy worms. One thing I'm not eating is dog food. Okay, so that stew should now fit in there. So we'll need to eat one bowl of that. Should hopefully get rid of that. It did. Let's fill up our water. We're not going to fill up the thermos with it. I want to pour that into the thermos flask. Fine, it won't let me. That's fine. It's raining at the moment, so it's not like... Oh, I just poured something into a water bottle. You idiot. Can't purify the water in the water bottles, so I need to... So we need to fill up a pot of water. And fill up the cooking pots. And hopefully the rain will fill that back up. Put them in the cooker. Okay. I'm going to start building some wooden containers, I think. The rain stopped, that's a shame. I always do that, always walk the wrong way. Get the doors like right next to each other. Nails. Where would my nails be? There they... Really? You're joking? I can't get 4 more nails in my pocket. I ain't got a hammer. Oh. I need to put something away. Time being, let's put our weapon away. Grab a hammer. Can I now get those 4 nails? Thank you. Okay. So now the build menu should appear. Wooden crate. Oh, you're joking. 3 carpentry skill. Okay, well, we have a plan for that. Gunshots. Hopefully that's not bringing any zombies this way. That didn't give us much carpentry skill. Shelves it is. I'll go for this single design. And put that there just because. Wow, it's skill's hardly going up at all. Anyway, we only need it for always do. I only need it for that lot. I do hope that a hard reset on the server though will get it up and running for my next PZ stream. Although in the future I probably will, if there's interest, just hire a 24/7 one. That way people can play as and when they want, not necessarily just when I'm streaming. I've probably got like loads. Yeah, I have. I've got absolutely loads of the stuff about. Which is probably a whole container just full of it, isn't it? Right, so let's hide everything. Leave behind the spices and the non-food stuff. That with our other things. Fit in there, it should do. All this organising thing can be a bit boring at times, but handy to do, so that way you know where everything is. Come out, so can that. Should I got another 4 bowls there? To stew in that. Oh, it's bowls of water. Won't actually. So that coal pack, I just instantly assumed it would belong in the fridge, but it doesn't. Don't think it's even sure what it's used for, other than making smoke bombs. So now that should make my fridge pretty empty. Dear, dear. Sort out the character. She's getting a bit bored and hungry, and I think anything not candle tinned can come out of there actually. I know it doesn't matter, but I like things neat and tidy. So I don't think curing salt is it's probably for preservatives, isn't it? Put the beef jerky in there. Not that it needs to be. Don't know why it wouldn't let me put it in there. Oh, bag's almost full. So yeah, that's the kitchen organised. I think I'll probably go raid some houses or something after I've paid attention to the character. But got stuff here to put away. A lot of water bottles, but I've been carrying my thermos flask around, and my thermos flask's pretty good capacity compared to a water bottle. Which I like. Weighs more, but lasts longer. Kind of important. Secondary. Now I need to get rid of the planks. I'll just chuck the planks on the floor. Some there already. Let's go. Nope. Yep. Okay. Okay. Oh, I didn't grab my weapon back, did I? Oh. Walked off before she grabbed it. So if I look at the map, some 4 houses. There's one house nearby that's got a shed. Some sort of popping noise a minute ago. I don't know if that was a gunshot right off in the distance. Always careful of that. It could be zombies. Oh, she's hungry. Let's grab some of that stew. Odd. That's out of. Shouldn't say too many. 2.5 to fill up a Jenny from empty. Food is what I came for, wasn't it? Grab some of that stew. Second, nope. That bowl away. Turn off the oven, Christ, don't set the house on fire. Have a look at this house here. Garage. No. Ah, I'm looking at the wrong. I forgot I'm not on the end of my street. It's one over. My one complaint about this game is obviously I mean, it probably happened in real life if there was an apocalypse, but zombies just smash everything. Even if you're not in the area, they just smash everything. Turned it off, didn't I? Well, yeah, you can cats, but I mean, I'm not necessarily mean about the player base. I mean, like, all the other houses and stuff you explore, you'll find that all the doors are smashed in and the windows are all broken. And I mean, it's not just this particular game. Like this other zombie game I play, 7 Days to Die. They destroy the landscape and stuff just because they're trying to get to you. They just take the shortest route there, which tends to be through stuff. Which is frustrating how it just destroys the landscape. But I mean, hey, it's part of the game. I mean, having doors broken in this game isn't an issue because get in the kitchen. Is there a door there that I can't see? I mean, having doors and stuff broken in this game aren't, you know, you can fix. This place. I've probably looted the garage as well, or the shed around here. The window's open. Grab the dollar, because I... Oh, hello. Earbuds. Mantle them. Santa hat too. Ha! Yeah, I've obviously looted that. That's a shame. Okay. What about the next house? The 4 houses over. Small horde. Ooh. So we'll start sneaking a little bit. Although our XP's going up. If you look at where it says next skill point. Because we're successfully sneaking near zombies. Experience for it. You also see that it's a bit difficult to tell, but my my sneaking skill would be going up as well. Window's open, and there's a dead woman inside. That door just opened. So that typically means in here. Banging. There he is. There's one there. Oh, you idiot. Hello, Java lid. Yeah, I've looted this place. So that's the trouble. I've looted various buildings on my travels to certain buildings, and I can't quite remember where I've looted because I've not played this save in a while. I mean, I could start another game just to show you, those of you that aren't experienced with the game, what it's like starting out. Where am I? I've lost track. I'm there. Behind me. Drag the map there a bit. So we've got the sweet shop. There's a farm over there. Battery. Grab the battery. I never know if I need batteries. I don't really use torches, but if you grab all the batteries, then you've got them there. We're not going that way. The battery. Locked door. So we got spotted. See, one thing is you definitely need to play this game with sound, because I only knew he was behind me because I heard his groans. Although if you've got a deaf character, I don't know whether you hear music with a deaf character, but you definitely wouldn't have heard his groans. looks spotless. Or just about to turn the light on, but can't. Okay. Skill books I've not read. Now that could be because I've not read them at home, or I've not found them yet. So I'll take the books. Oh crikey, there's loads more. I've read that. I got trappings, yeah, so I don't need the trapping for beginner's book. Carpentry I've got. Actually, let's curtains. Close the door. Let's make it daytime. Just easier to walk around and loot places then. Ah, disinfectant. That's always worth grabbing. I won't worry about them. Bleach is very important if you're going to die. End it a bit quicker. Drink bleach. Now where did we search? Ah, garbage bag, they're important. Strawberry seeds. I don't grow strawberries. They're just heard some rustling. Susceptible to a certain disease. There's 3 diseases, or 3 ailments in this game. Mildew, insect infestation, or I can't remember what the third one's called, but it's basically uncurable, the third one. Devil's something or other. And so it's uncurable, and it spreads quite quick. So, and strawberries are they're at risk, especially of this disease. To get your plants to instantly have it, plant on zombie blood. Instantly end up with this disease. So definitely got to be careful where you plant. There was a few zombies around here, but I killed some of them. I guess the rest moved on while I was asleep. It's locked. Locked. Bingo. I think it was Cats I was playing on a multiplayer server with, and he was leveling up a doctor style character to do first aid and stuff on other people. And a good way of farming, so to speak, the skill, the XP points for that is by smashing a window and leaving the glass in, and then climbing through it. And when you climb through a window that's covered in glass, you're obviously going to cut your hands. I decided to do this one day for a character. And I got more than just small scratches, I got deep gashes and everything. It was wasn't a pretty sight. I had to stitch myself up. Whiskey. I don't drink the whiskey, I save it for medicinal purposes. But yeah, no, I ended up with some deep gashes. It wasn't pretty. But it was all in the name of science and stuff. It's just an empty room. Wow, okay. Baseball bat. Nice. Yeah, fortunately, cats, we had the suture needles. So I had to waste one to sew my hands together again. Well, not my hands together, but, you know, but repair them. Yeah, I do, cats. I was planning on playing it on the server tonight, but unfortunately, there's something quite not right with it. So it kept kicking me off. I'll look into it tomorrow morning. I might play some Project Zomboid over the weekend. Tomorrow I have Crusader Kings 2 planned for streaming, but from now on, until further notice, every Thursday will be Project Zomboid streams. Ah, okay, yep, sorry, I do apologise, my memory's rubbish these days. But no, I am still interested in renting one. Just want to make sure there's interest, because last week when I played Project Zomboid, I was kind of sat on my own for a bit. But, I mean, even if there's just a small handful of us, you know, I'm happy. But I think it probably won't be for a while, because in November I got Fallout 4 coming out, and then obviously December we got Christmas, so it'll probably be the new year, which I know it's quite a while away yet. That's when I would be doing it, if I do. But I mean, I'm hoping by then, go for them, there's about 4 in here. Hopefully by then the developers have brought out at least build 33. I know they're practically there with the radio thing. A lot of zombies about. I think they're bringing the radio and the storyline to build 33. Yeah, I will be psychotic, definitely. Now, a lot of people will be going to the midnight release. Unfortunately, I've ordered mine online, so I have to wait until it turns up. But because I've ordered the Pip-Boy edition, I'll probably find the company I've ordered it with will be sending it via courier rather than the postman. Which means I should get it earlier than when the postman normally brings our post, because our postman doesn't come until about lunchtime. Which for a new release day, him coming at lunchtime is very annoying. However, when I had my Metal Gear Solid 5 turn up, I didn't get it on release day. It went missing. I got it the day after. But Fallout 4 is November the 10th. It's a Tuesday. I've booked that whole week off. So there will be a lot of Fallout streams. I'm playing it on my Xbox One though. Which unfortunately means I'll be locked at 30 FPS, but hopefully it's not an issue. Couple of reasons. Main reason because when I own Fallout 3. Well, actually, I own all the Fallouts on Steam. They're quite buggy. They crash, especially Fallout 3. It's terrible, absolutely terrible. Not only that, my control for my computer's on the fritz, so I'd have to buy a new one. And I do like RPGs and stuff on the console. No, well, I mean, I'm getting the collector's edition, the Pip-Boy edition, so it's £100 for me. So I don't think it's much cheaper. In fact, it's probably more because console games tend to be a bit more. I'd probably get it on PC eventually. Just because for streaming and stuff, I mean, I can stream off of my Xbox One because it has a Twitch app. So I can do that. It just means that I've got to have to see chat, because I can't see chat in game. I have to have my computer turned up, but my computer's nearby my TV, so that's not an issue. I mean, I can have the Twitch app snapped in on the toolbar, sort of on the right, but my size TV is a bit too small to have that. But I mean, it's not an issue at all for me. I think I've been here. I recognise this place. I think this is where my character died, or got bitten. But I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to Fallout 4. I've got the collector's edition guide on pre-order, and I've also caved in and bought the season pass as well. So that should mean I get all the DLC with it as well, at no real extra cost. I think it was like £30, I think, for the season pass, and then I get all DLC. Just kind of hope that they bring out a few of them, not just like one. But I mean, Bethesda are pretty decent usually. The main flaw is just the bugs. I wouldn't know when to turn on the stream for it though. Whether to do it straight away and just try and sit down for about 15 minutes making a character. Do I jump straight into the game? Or do I take my time making the character and then turn on stream as I leave? I haven't quite decided how to do it. Not sure if people watching would want to watch 15 minutes of adjusting a dude's face. Or actually now it would be the dude and the girl, because the I'm not sure what footage you've seen of it, but obviously you're stood in the mirror, you choose what the guy looks like and then what the woman looks like, and then you pick which one walks away from the mirror. The one that walks away from the mirror is your character. But they generate the baby, because you have a child, they generate the child's looks off of the two parents, which is interesting because it raises a few eyebrows, because you take the time to design both people, the male and the female, and they make the baby. The story that we've been told so far is that nuke goes off and you go in the vault, and then you come out the only survivor. It's like, well, okay, we've come out 200 years later. I think it's practically been confirmed it's cryogenics that makes you look the same while you survive 200 years. But it's like, well, what's happened to the wife, and why have they designed a system that generates the baby's looks if the mother and the kid die? So I think there's something there. But hey, we will find out soon. I am a Fallout fan. I've not played the first couple. I can't. I've tried, but I couldn't get them. You mean, do you get to watch them doing the business, Cats? Is that what you're asking? I don't know. I think because I've read a couple of stories. One seems to suggest that you start the game quite a while before the bombs drop. You go to like work or something and spend a day at work or something, like a few minutes of work, and then it skips ahead. But what I believe you do have is you wake up on the morning the bombs drop, I believe, and you get the Vault Tech guy coming round. When the Vault Tech guy asks you, he comes around and asks you a few questions, and you fill out the questionnaire. That's when you pick your stats and your perks and whatnot. I'm completely lost. And then it breaks out on the news that China's just dropped some bombs on us. The air raid sirens go off. You run for the vault, and just as you arrive at the vault, the bomb in the town or nearby the town goes off. That's when the footage ends. One good thing is your robot butler. Depending on what you enter your name as, the robot butler might actually say your name, assuming your name's on the list. I don't know how many names they've got. They've probably got 1,000 or so names. So if your name's on that list, the robot butler will recognise you and call you by name. I presume if your name isn't on the list, he just says master or mistress if you're female. It's Vault 111, 111. You are in Boston. I can't quite remember, so I won't quote me. I think timeline, we're not long after the events of Fallout 3, but before Fallout New Vegas. Although officially speaking, you're actually before the bombs drop, but obviously you don't spend much time. Could do Cats, I'm not sure. I mean, it might all be voice acted, I'm not sure. And you never know, Psychotic, it might be on there. I mean, Fallout 4 is such a famous thing, it would have to do quite a diverse range, I would have thought, of names. But I mean, I'm not the developers. So. But I think they have got the robot voice acted. It's a nice little feature, but I don't think it makes or breaks the game. They've also announced romances, but only with the human characters, because you get a dog follower, and I think you can have your robot butler as a follower. So obviously there's no romances there, although I'm sure Maybe someone will make a mod, which will be quite scary. But that's the other exciting thing. Mods for consoles. Xbox first, and then eventually PlayStation. They're going to work out a few kinks with the PlayStation version first. Not sure if it's technical or legal issues, but yeah, all mods available on PC will come to console, which is fantastic. The aspect I'm most excited for is the crafting feature, making your own towns, settlements. That sounds awesome. I mean, I'm not very good when it comes to creativity, but I think you can have some fun. Set up trade caravans and stuff to trade between your towns, defend them, it's attacks. What is it you doubt? Sorry, cats. I need to fill up my thermos flask. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I imagine there will be technical issues. I mean, bringing out mods and stuff for consoles, I think it's a pretty new thing. I mean, it's quite easy on computers, obviously, because, you know, PCs. But these days, consoles are pretty good as well. Guess we'll just see. Yeah, I mean, I do think there will be the fair share of problems. But once it's all up and running, it should be pretty sweet. I can turn those nail gun ammo into normal nails. When it comes to programming and scripting and stuff, I'm by no stretch of the imagination an expert, so. But I hope they do come up with some good mods for the game, though, not just stupid, silly ones that people want to do just to get a 5-minute bit of fame or whatnot. What happened when they decided to start charging for mods? Steam Workshop just exploded with stupid stuff. I mean, I guess it was all for laughs and things, which is... Some of these bullets in boxes, actually. Take up less room. $19 bottles of disinfectant. Tapping up that pharmacy was a good idea. Oh, whiskey as well. Whiskey's disinfectant. Although if it was zombie apocalypse, I'm not quite sure what I would do with whiskey. Get drunk and try and forget it for a day. Or save it for medicinal purposes. Quite a tough choice. I thought I had garbage bags somewhere. Got 21 now. It's quite a lot of got zombie bones as well. I have electronic scrap there. I did. Takes a while to organise all my stuff, I tell you. But it's all, I know where everything is. Or at least have the gist of it. Let's read these textbooks I haven't read. Cheese on toast. Oh yeah, I mean, if you had ethanol, which is obviously 100% pure alcohol, then that would obviously be favourable. But I mean, if you know, push comes to shove and you don't have anything else, then it's probably better than nothing. What did some of this stuff add? Construct oil press. Well, ooh, constructing a well. Now that's awesome. Unlimited water then. Need to worry about making cheese just yet. We don't have a cow. It's another thing that Hydrocraft mod added was farmyard animals. It's kind of cool. Well, I'm not sure if it's going to make the game too OP. You know, if you've got yourself an entire farm and stuff. I mean, it's interesting. It's good. You know, it's got lots of stuff to keep you busy, to stop you getting bored. Oh dear, my books are full. Mapping for beginners. Do I have that? I don't know why it said I hadn't read it then. I guess I haven't read everything in here. I have stoneworking. Do I have master fishing? I do. It's fine. I mean, the books that I got spare can. Magazine. Have. Noisemaker. No, I don't, so I can keep that one. Yeah, books and stuff that I have spare, I can burn. See, I thought I had a cheese making book. Basketry. Well, advanced trapping. I have that as well. So all the books I thought I didn't have, I have. Fair enough. Put them out here then, in my burn pile. Pot of water, is it tainted? No. Probably why I got it out then, to fill up my thermos. Now where did I put dry noodles? Well, there we are then. In the event of apocalypse, we're all going to Katz's house. Katz knows how to make the alcohol. We, when I was younger at school, in science, we actually made ethanol. And we're allowed to just literally dip our finger in just to get a little droplet. But he said we weren't allowed anymore because obviously if we all got drunk then it's not very good on the teacher. And too much obviously kills you. I can't remember what we did now to make it. I really can't. It was fun. It was good fun. Turn Jenny off. Want to fill up pot of water. That sounds like a good little business, actually, Cats. What I've always sort of thought to myself, you know, if I was ever lucky enough to win the lottery, not that I ever buy lottery tickets, but if I was, I'd probably buy, most likely a vineyard, which I'll turn into wine, the grapes into wine. Or if not a vineyard, probably go down the cider route, grow, have an apple orchard. I mean, it'd all be for selling, obviously, you know, not for personal consumption. Although some of it probably would be. You'd have to test the stuff, make sure it's good. But yeah, I mean, all that sort of stuff, that would be kind of awesome to have. It'd be fun to work on the orchard or the vineyard. That sounds actually pretty good. It sounds like the army as well. Contraband liquor. If it keeps morale up, then why not? Morale's important. But it does certainly help to have all the tools around, like a welder. If it's all handy and whatnot, then life easier. A while back, there was a documentary on TV about the Second World War on that, and it was talking about prisoners of war. This one particular documentary actually had in there one camp. They had a contraband distillery where they sort of brewed their own, and some of it sometimes would just make you blind. I can't remember. I mean, they were obviously making it out of whatever they could. But it did the job, and they didn't drink it get drunk all the time. It was there for special occasions, you know, Christmas, birthdays, and or if someone was just like really depressed and everyone just wanted to, you know, throw a bit of a party and cheer the guy up. Because you know, in a prisoner of war camp and that, depression's kind of a serious thing. But yeah, it was they just made the distillery and, you know, and made a lot of noise and stuff. So when the enemy came in to inspect the bunkhouses and stuff, they all just burst out into song to hide the noise of the distillery. Yeah, no, they made their own. Had a risk of going blind and whatnot. Not permanently, just, well, it would have been permanently if you kept drinking the stuff, I imagine. Yeah, never had anything like moonshine or anything. But these batteries. I do have a pulley. It's for upgrading the mine at one point. Well, I don't think this character is going to be able to do it because absolute donut and has no carpentry skill. Ah, there's the batteries. I don't think the mine thing is a carpentry. What was that, under stone working? Ah, well, actually, let's have a look at the well. What do I need? Wooden bucket with concrete. Pallet of stones, wooden bucket. So I'm going to be able to make the wooden bucket. I can make another mine. So I think like the wooden bucket is like level 8 carpentry or something silly. wooden vat, wooden bucket. Level 1. Okay, you might have balanced some of this stuff out, because I could swear before that the wooden ring was like... Yeah, gunshots. Like, the wooden ring was just impossibly hard to make. Maybe I'm thinking something else, like the wagon wheel. That's level 10. Okay, so the wooden bucket. What was that for? Oh, the well. My memory's like a fish. Okay, so... wooden ring. Wood block, saw. Wooden bucket, planks, nails, wooden ring, rope, hammer, saw. Okay. Block, wooden ring, 1. Everything but the rope. Where is my rope? On. So I've not even probably made a dent in exploring Hydrocraft mod. It's that massive. And it's all helping towards Carpenter in a way. Which is... oh, what did I just do? I pushed C. I wanted C for that, but I'm at C for crap. Oh, I only made another wooden ring. That's not an issue. Yeah, no, it certainly is massive, you're right. And I like it. I've absolutely got no massive complaints about it. I mean, if it's a bad thing, it's probably too big. But I don't think that's a thing. Say, because you can't really explore everything. But okay, so oh, it's the concrete. Wait, was it the bucket I wanted? I don't think I can make concrete. Concrete powder. Concrete powder needs concrete ingots and all that, which I don't have. Well, I've made a bucket. I got a bucket. See, I could probably make the mortar and pestle. Stone arrowheads, stone wheels. Go on, cats. What's your complaint for the game? For the mod. Got. Yeah. Yeah. No, that. Yeah, that's right. I mean, everything's already using one of the things. Like the katana uses the pull cue, which kind of looks silly. There was something else I picked up earlier and used. Oh, the hedge trimmer. I picked up the hedge trimmer, and it's the axe, which was kind of annoying. But maybe he's not an artist. Maybe he's either getting free images off the internet, or he's got someone else doing it for him, or maybe he hasn't got the time. I don't know. I personally, when I used to dabble in code, I was good at coding, but I haven't got an artistic bone in my body. I used to like web designing. Designed a website and stuff, but yeah, I couldn't draw. Can't draw. Grindstone 20. Ah, so it's the wooden bucket thing again. Hang on a minute. Do I need a grindstone for cement? So I need a grindstone, I need cement, and to construct a grindstone I need a bucket with concrete. Right, okay. Unless you can find concrete bags. Bag of plaster. Obviously concrete. You must be able to find a bag of concrete, because that's a bit of a daft loop. Never mind. This is another way to make concrete, like with the gravel or whatever. Smash it with the gravel. Yeah, no, that'd be kind of cool to have a wooden well. Not a wooden well, I said wooden because of the wooden bucket. Stone pillar, what's that about? Okay, so the concrete ingot isn't even with... It's crazy. Gravel bag, so we've got to make a load of gravel, we've got to get bone powder, grey clay, charcoal. That's a lot of stuff, and I've not even been collecting tongs. It would be interesting to see if there's a server, or even if by the time I get like our server sorted and stuff, get like a lot of this stuff on the go. I mean, I started before I did the hard reset. I started to get some of this stuff, but I installed the mod wrong, so I had to do a hard reset and start again. But I mean, for me, I like doing the farming stuff in this game, so I'd love to get like the compost bin and things. Which reminds me, I need to go check on the potatoes. Jenny on, isn't it? Yeah. Ah, the tomatoes are done. Ready to harvest. Seed bearing potatoes. Bonus. There we go. So we've got 24 potato seeds off of that. What's that? Watch my farming skill. One more. Should go to level 4. No? Oh, you're joking. Absolutely joking. Well, as I say, cats, I hope to get a server. I might do it sooner rather than later if, you know, definitely get a lot of interest in the go. It's just I've obviously got other things to think of. But I mean, it's not too expensive. Although it's not too expensive if you've only got a handful of people. It starts getting expensive if you want a lot of people, like online at the same time. I'm happy with that harvest. So I'm definitely going to have to plant more now. Yeah, no, that's exactly right, Cats. I mean, for me personally, currently doing a course to change careers. So I couldn't spend all day every day, and I probably would, especially if I got like a really good group of people. I'd probably be on there all day every day. I'm looking for stew. That'd be my only concern with hosting a 24/7 public server, is for, you know, what's happening when I'm not around. So obviously you're gonna have to get some good admins you can trust. I wouldn't want admins abusing the admin rights, because obviously admins can spawn stuff and give you... Why is she so hungry? Like 4 bowls of stew. Send her off to bed. She's exhausted. Karen doing all the bits and bobs. I need my trowel. Need to put that bucket away. Let's just chuck it on the floor for the time being. So there. Just trying around with the cooking pot at the moment. Oh, that's because I just emptied the stew out into the bowls. Come back to that. I'll get some things planted. I didn't count out the spaces properly, so it doesn't quite work out evenly, but... Actually, along this back wall, I could do it all solid. Just as long as I don't have them all next to each other, it should be alright, shouldn't it? As in, tomato, 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 tomato. It should be like tomato, potato, cabbage, etc. I'll probably do the same along here. Actually, that would probably be enough. What I should probably really do is stagger the how often I planted. So plant a couple now, plant a couple the next day, just so it's have a rolling kind of thing. She did sleep last night. I just sent it. Oh my lord. Okay. So seed. I thought as long as it wasn't tomato, 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 they wouldn't catch it. Or does it actually have to have the space? I might have misinterpreted it. Broccoli, 33 days. Well, I'm not gonna chance it. I'll just plant a couple there, and I'll come back. Stay. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to try and set up in the woods, but that one game I did set up in the woods, I didn't last very long at all. It's unfortunate. Although if there was a group of us, I probably would set up in the woods. Then at least that way, if you've got a few of you, you've got a few runners. You're all grouping together, you're all teaming up. And obviously you can bring back more loot at once. The thing I haven't really tried in this game is fishing. Oh, my farming. I should read a farm book. Danger of passing out still. Grab some stew. Send her back to bed. What should be done now? Hours, so that'll be 5 AM. What I'm thinking this weekend for my streams is Warframe, probably on Saturday. I'll probably do another Project Zomboid stream on Sunday, cats. So I'll hopefully have my server on my computer up and running then. Which you should be welcome to join me on. That rain, or is that just thunder? Levels, that's new. Oh, it's because I've never had my farm. I've never had my farm that high. Oh, they're sickly. They've not been watered. Oh no, they have just been watered. They'll probably be alright now. Actually never got my farming skill this high. That's awesome. Always end up dying. But yeah, I think on the multiplayer, well actually no, on the server, unless I got to do a hard reset on it. The character I've got is a farm-based one. Although if I do a hard reset, I should still have the character. So we'll see how that goes. I'll probably give it another day before I plant more crops. So let's just grab some stew. Thermos flask, like, nearly empty. So I'll fill up my flask. Top that back up, chuck it in the oven, cook it. It's gonna be raining a lot then. My barrel's full. Not that water's ever going to be an issue for me because I think I've got enough water to survive the apocalypse. About a ton of IPECs. Oh dear. I think Moobot's just killed cats. Hang on, cats. 2 seconds. There you go, try again. shouldn't be timed out, and the bots do, but at least MooBot should be timing out them and banging them and whatnot. But I've just set you to have permissions, so you can post that. Because I can't. I've only set it up, not to obviously be a pain to you guys, it's to, because I'm just fed up with the spam bots. Quite an impressive base you've got there. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at as well, the garden. That's quite a big... Is that, did you build all that house in the woods, or did you... or is that like a part of a pre-built house? I don't see a fridge or anything, so I'm guessing... There is actually a mod on Workshop, which might become irrelevant when the devs get round to it, but where you can actually move fridges and ovens and stuff. Developers making it so you can move furniture, so you can barricade your doors and stuff. Kind of hoping you can move fridges and that in it as well, because it would be nice to, you know, build a player built house and have a fridge and hook a Jenny up to it, or even just have a fridge in it, even if there isn't a Jenny, just so you know the fridge is for food. Because I kind of like doing that. I like having things that are relevant. Like in the bathroom, I put all my medical supplies, because typically in a house the medicine and stuff's in the medicine cabinet in the bathroom. That's just how I like to play. That's why I tend to pick player-built houses, because, you know, as I say, I like to put the food in the fridge. But 4 players building that's quite impressive. The server we had before I did the hard reset, we were in the house that I'm in now for this current single-player game, and we had quite a big perimeter wall set up, and I was building a second-tier platform to put farms up on there, so it's out of the way of the zombies and that, and it was going really well. And then zombies decided to invite themselves in, as they do, and it was literally quite a lot. There was no saving it. Not sure if you were there for that. It was quite irritating. Did I turn this Jenny off at the gas station? I hope I did. I did. That's good. Damn gunshots. I thought you did at one point, or was it was always just other people's servers who we were trying to find? My memory is terrible. Oh, that's quite a few zombies. Kind of exploring at the moment, looking. I think I just one-shot that guy. That's right, when more than 2 people try to join, it just went a bit crazy. I mean, I think, I know one guy was having an issue on mine with like the black walls and stuff. Fair enough. I kind of get like that sometimes when I'm frustrated with a game or something. I get annoyed with it and just put it down or uninstall it. Did that recently with another game that I was playing a while back. Gave me a mission and it was like, well, this mission's going to take at least 3 hours to to complete. Like, oh, get to rank 7 and you're only rank 2. So that was just crazy for like an early on story mode mission. That's what it was. Any point in going to Gigamart, is there? Ron? Some Twiggies. I don't know if I've been this way. Window open, so I have. That's right, I've been in here. Oh no, I did smash it down. I was looking for the books, wasn't I? That's what I came here for. Because I knew there was a bookstore there, but if I've already been here, then there's no point. Ah, that's the point. I wonder if, what this is all about. Come on. Leisure. Oh, it's gold coins. I thought it was dollars. Do you get gold coins then? Gold, I'm guessing, obviously. Yeah, you can buy them. Guess that's kind of an unlimited food thing, is it? Maybe? Maybe that's why it's gold coins. It's got to be rare, so you don't have constant unlimited food. Not sure. Take care, cats. Then enjoy payday, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Actually, then again, looking at yeah, you two cats, and have a fantastic weekend as well. It does look like my stream ending counter is just about to tick over to 0 because it's a bit of an inaccurate script. Up. Look into that JavaScript and see if I can edit it myself. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a night now, guys. It's 11 PM for me. Tomorrow I have planned Crusader Kings 2. So if you're that way inclined, by all means, pop back and have a look. If you haven't done so already, by all means, leave me a follow as well. Get the notifications for all my future streams. Other than tomorrow, Saturday, I'm thinking Warframe. Sunday, probably some more Project Zomboid. And then throughout the week, it'll be a variety of things. But every Thursday is a Project Zomboid day. So obviously, if you like Project Zomboid, by all means, stop back. Again, thank you very much, Psychotic, for stopping by. It's always a pleasure chatting to you. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow for more Crusader Kings 2. The original plan of invading Ireland is still there. If I remember rightly, I think we've got about 25% of it. So we'll work on that tomorrow, and then probably set our sights on Wales after that. Alright guys, I'll say goodnight for now, and hopefully I'll see you all at a later date. Take care guys.